Well, friends, I've been riding off-road for about 7 years now, and I think my skills have finally progressed to the point where I can handle one of the most outrageously powerful and difficult to ride dual sports on the planet. Why am I standing by the 450RL? The XR150L, one of Honda's newest offerings to the US market. $3,000 you can take this sweet 150cc carbureted dual sport home. You know I love the mini bikes, and the idea of one that is tall enough that you can actually ride it comfortably and also take it out in the woods and bang it off of trees appeals to me. So ever since they announced this, I wanted to get my hands on it. I almost bought one for my daughter, but didn't because I just got a way better deal on that KLX I bought, but excited to go out and test ride this with the Honda crew here at Touratech. First impressions, honestly, this is basically the same dash from that Bras that I had. Fuel cap and everything looks exactly the same. The handlebars kind of remind me of it. And this is, you know, a lower end, lower spec bike. They make these in Thailand, I'm pretty sure. So that shouldn't be super crazy surprising. The difference between this bike and that Bras is that this is a Honda. I have a lot fewer qualms about its ability to maintain running status. Well, we'll find out. Obviously, I'm not gonna break it out here today, or maybe I will, because I might be one of the heaviest people ever to ride this one, but we're gonna have a good time. A little bouncy. Yeah, a little bouncy. Sitting on it, it feels a lot like those Chinese bikes I've ridden, but the engine, immediately, this is a Honda engine. Smooth, sounds like, I didn't even know it was running. Sounds like a sewing machine. That's actually a compliment, believe it or not. The fit and finish is better than some of the other, than like the Bras, like the turn signals are nicer. I mean, it's a $2,900 bike. You're not gonna get perfection. They're gonna cut corners somewhere. But what I'm curious about is, obviously I'm not the intended rider for this, but I love this as like a in-town bike, like especially if you were thinking about buying a scooter, get one of these because you can take it, you can cross a median or go through, ride over curbs and stuff if you need to, right? So you just got a lot more capability, but same size, same ease of riding. Anybody can ride one of these. They're super inexpensive. I'm just really glad they brought this to the US. I also think it's like a great back of the motorhome type bike. Super cheap, super lightweight, easy to maintain, very simple. Oh yeah, it's so much smoother though. Like it shares some other stuff with those kind of Chinese made bikes. Like it definitely has a few cheap feeling components, but the engine is 1,000 times smoother. Now the suspension, yeah, we'll be bottoming this a lot. Again, it's not designed for someone like me, but I have a real sweet spot in my heart for little motors and fun little bikes that we can just piss wind and ride as hard as I want. So that's what we're gonna do, sort of. They're not gonna let me ride as hard as I want, but at the same time, we can only go like 25 miles an hour on this ride, which is gonna be perfect because I'm the only one that gets to ride the bike to the capability today. Oh yeah, the forks are like the king of squish, 100%. The foot pegs, stock foot pegs, small, rubber. Again, it's not intended to be what I would call a serious off-road bike. I'm curious to see what it will do. Yeah! Oh God, it's so cramped. The handlebars, like, it's like for a very small person. So like my knees are like, I could almost hit the bars with my knees. Seriously, that's funny to me. That's funny to me. This is gonna be a stupid, goofy giggle fest. I apologize. I can already tell. Oh man, it just feels stupid and I love it. I'm gonna be probably saying a lot of negative things like about the performance, but at the same time I'm gonna be having a blast, I'm guessing. Yeah, so it's less cramped than like a Grom for sure. It's so much more comfortable in the Grom. All right, it's pinned. Ah! Why do I love these stupid things? It's because it's like riding a go-kart. Like you can just full throttle all the oh my God, yeah. This would be a really fun supermoto, I feel like. Just lean it all the way over to your knees, dragging on the ground. Like, remember when I built that Adventure Grom, right? All I wanted was this. Like, if I had this for a base platform, I'd probably still have it. Because the Grom, I just was limited by ground clearance and the exhaust routing, right? But this bike is small and fun and, you know, just easy to just pick up and move. It's a great bike to learn on. Great bike for putzing around town. I'm really curious. Oh man, I hope we get to go close to highway speeds. I'm curious if it'll do it. But this would be a great base platform for something like that, for just a dinking around like pit bike style. Pointless ass bike. It's not going to be your primary. It's definitely like a second bike kind of situation, but it's just fun that it exists. Oh my God, yeah, I can't. Oh, I need bar risers so bad. It's not really a standing up type bike. I love this bridge though. This is the motorcycle snowmobile only bridge here in Plain. One of the coolest parts of this. It just feels dumb. You just gotta laugh. It's so fun. Yeah. Yeah, so much smoother. You sit on it, it feels like the Bras. I keep saying that, but this engine is smooth as a whistle. Purrs like a kitten. None of that rattly, janky garbage. This is like if one of those bikes was made by Honda, so you know that it's good. You don't have to wonder, you know, if they made it with like leftover pot metal. Yeah! Well, I'll tell you this, 30 feels like 60 on a motorcycle like this. Yeah, oh my God, it's so smooth. The engine is so smooth. Up, hit the rev limiter. Found it. Bikes like this are like all the joys of motorcycling with none of the dangers. And that's not to say there's no danger, but like the things that you have to think about and regulate and modulate on a faster, more capable, more expensive motorcycle, you don't really have to think about anything on a bike like this. You just ride it. It's like, it's idiot proof, almost. It's so simple. Yeah, I can't even spin the rear. It doesn't even have the power to spin the rear. Oh man, I love it. Yeah. Nope, we cannot spin the rear. Can't do it. Doesn't have the power to overcome the traction. Oh my God, it's so bouncy. Oh, I love it. Okay, it needs foot pegs and bar risers. This is not a position I'm going to be able to maintain. No, absolutely not. The suspension honestly feels better than those Chinese bikes too. Like it's definitely bouncy, but it's not immediately just like bottoming. It's more progressive. It's more progressive. Oh yeah. You see what I'm talking about? Oh my God. Just so fun. Like you want to learn to ride off-road? A bike like this is like, you can learn, do stuff, try stuff. It's almost consequence free. It's not even heavy enough to break if you drop it. Boy, I would like to attempt this hill climb on this. Closest point of comparison for me, at least recently, is the 250F, the dirt bike that I have. This is way less powerful than that. It's geared differently, right? Like those dirt bikes are designed to climb. 250F is a donkey. It's a hill climbing machine. And this is more street geared, more easy going. You know, you can get the front end up on the 250F. I could spin the tire on the 250F. This is definitely geared higher. It's a 5-speed. But look at this. Like, people dismiss bikes like this. They're like, that bike can't do anything fun. Bullshit. Bullshit. We could be going twice as fast and I'd be perfectly fine. I want to make a joke about how I'm keeping up with these guys on the Africa Twins and stuff, but obviously they're limited in speed. Yeah, damn it. Yeah, it literally lugs the engine when I try to spin the tire. That's funny. Yeah! Woo! Yeah, I mean, I don't know what kind of like super hardcore in-depth test ride you could expect on this. It's exactly what you think it is. It is an inexpensive, stupid, easy to ride, slow, just like a hoot. It's a freaking hoot. If you know what you're doing and why you're riding it, I would do the dumbest things on this bike if I owned it. Because what's the consequence of trying something? You know, you could just pick it up and carry it out of wherever you go. Obviously, it would need better tires. These are pretty streety, but like I was saying, if you live in a city where you can commute around at less than 60 miles an hour often, what a great bike for that. Or you live somewhere where you have easy access to the trails, or you know, I'm guessing like the Grom, this will probably go 60-ish. So you can take it out on the back roads, right? You're just not going to take it on the freeway. It's not what it's for. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Or, you know, you're back of the motorhome bike, or easy to throw in the back of the truck. Or if you're wanting to learn off-road, and I don't care what street bike you're coming from, this would be a great bike to learn off-road on, because like I said, the consequences for screwing up are incredibly minimal, both financially, because it's not an expensive bike, and physically, because you're not going to be going very fast. You're not going to hurt the bike. You're unlikely to hurt yourself if you drop it on yourself. So just a great bike for that. It's not a forever bike. You know, I always say the best bikes for beginners are also ones that you can keep, and it's not that unless you have a need for it specifically, but it's a great second bike to be used for specific purposes. And you know, it's a little bit more than those Chinese bikes, but it's a Honda. You get the Honda quality. You get the Honda warranty, Honda service department, all of that. So there are tens of thousands of these putting around in Thailand and everywhere else in the Eastern Hemisphere and also South America. They use these as primary means of transportation. Yeah, so I can't even see the ground because it's so dusty. And this thing is just like, basically whatever I hit, it's fine. It just handles it. Suspension is, honestly, like no one's going to ride this and be like, oh, it's an Olin suspension or whatever. But it's progressive enough and stiff enough that even, I doubt the carrying capacity of this motorcycle is even my body weight. Honestly, I bet if we looked it up. And yet it's handling it well. It's taking these decent little bumps well. Not bouncing me off the seat, it's not bucking me hard, and it's also not bottoming super hard, clanging against the stops in the suspension. It's more than the sum of its parts. It's a fun little bike. It's very old technology. It's classic, simple, and fun, and sometimes that's what you want in a motorcycle. It'll put a big stupid smile on your face, I'll tell you that much. That's what it's all about, you know? That's what it's all about. The seat is very comfortable. I haven't talked about that. Pretty wide, pretty cozy. Don't hate it, which is good because standing up is not wide or cozy. The pegs are very small. Honestly, like I said, the perfect platform for an actual adventure Grom build. Like if you wanted to do that for real without the limitations of the Grom platform or even the Monkey. That's why I was excited about this when it came out. I was like, oh, finally, the thing I spent all that time trying to build, you can just buy. How much is the brake dive? Oh, it's not too bad. Honestly, it stops pretty well, considering I doubt it has much of a... There is a disc on the front. Oh my god, it's so easy to just throw around. Oh baby, where have you been all my life? You literally just put the front wheel where you want it. You don't have to worry about traction or weight or momentum. It's just like, I want to put it over here now. You just put it there and it goes there. It's very flickable. Shocker, I know. I definitely look like a circus bear on a tricycle riding this thing. I know that. But that's what makes it fun. All right, it's time for the highway test. Yes, let's do it. Highway test, XR150L. Big fat guy on a little bike. We're almost at 50. We're almost at 50. You gotta understand, not only is my weight a factor, obviously, but the wind resistance of my enormous, corpulent, wide body is hurting the gas and power of this motorcycle. Yeah, that's pinned at 50. And it's shaking like at 52. So, oh no, we're approaching 55. We might get there. We might get there. Oh, 55, 55. Yeah. Now we're cruising. Woo! 55 miles an hour, 150 cc's, the ultimate high-speed machine, the Honda XR150L. I would 100% love to have one of these. That doesn't mean a lot because I like stupid things, but just know, for what it's worth, I think it's adorable and fun. I ate so much dust on that ride, I could taste it. It's hints of bismuth and granite. A slight sedimentary tinge there. You didn't think I could handle this? I can handle it. That was fun. I forgot to do my outro. I was having so much fun. Anyway, subscribe for more test rides and stuff, and thanks for watching, and please do not forget to be excellent to each other. Well, thank you.